Singapore is home to one of Asia's strongest air forces. They have the strongest, most formidable and expensive fighter jets that ever existed. These are all necessary to defend the small island nation that they have. But how strong are we talking about? Can they really compete against their neighborhood giants like Indonesia? Or are their fighter jets just not enough to actually compete against a country that is well over 100 times its size? Well, to understand this, let's talk about the fighter jets of Singapore and compare them to its neighbors. The face of Singapore's air force and fighter jets have long been the F-16. The F-16 Fighting Falcon, as it is known, hails from the General Dynamics, a United States company. It is a single-engine supersonic multi-role fighter aircraft initially developed for the United States Air Force. When it was designed, it had a role as an air superiority day fighter, but it eventually evolved into a versatile all-weather multi-role aircraft. In 1993, General Dynamics would sell off its aircraft manufacturing business to Lockheed, which would change the face of the F-16s. Singapore, on the other hand, had acquired the F-16s through several contracts. The very first one started way back in April of 1984, and when the Peace Carvin Letter of Agreement was signed, this facilitated the sale of 8 F-16A/B aircraft to Singapore at a total cost of $272 million. The first aircraft was delivered in February of 1988, with the rest following throughout the year. Initially, these aircraft were used for training at Luke Air Force Base, Arizona, and they were relocated to Singapore by January 1990. In July 1994, under the Peace Carvin II program, Singapore signed an agreement for 18 Block 15 F-16C/D aircraft. The first of these aircraft was accepted in April 1998, with all deliveries completed that year. Additionally, in July 1996, Singapore signed a commercial lease for 12 new Block 52 aircraft for training purposes in the United States, which were delivered in the latter half of 1998 and operated at Cannon Air Force Base, New Mexico. Throughout the coming years, Singapore would increase its total F-16 aircrafts. Today, however, these aircraft have begun to age. They are now decades old, which is why over time, the Republic of Singapore Air Force, or RSAF, have been upgraded to ensure they are up to date to deal with modern threats. One of the most significant upgrades done lately is in 2023. The Channel News Asia reported that the RSAF have received their newly upgraded F-16 fighter jets. Their capabilities were enhanced to ensure operational readiness until the mid-2030s. These upgrades include the Active Electronically Scanned Array (AESA) radar, which allows the F-16 to track and engage multiple targets from greater distances and allow an all-weather ground attack capability that enables precision strikes with more advanced munitions. Additionally, F-16s have been equipped with modern air-to-air missiles like the Python 5, enhancing their ability to engage a wide range of air threats with improved lethality and survivability. The new air-to-ground munition system allows for precise strikes in day and night conditions, using weapons such as the Laser Joint Direct Attack munition. Now, besides the F-16, Singapore has been acquiring newer fleets, ones that will replace the F-16 in the future. One of these is the F-15E Strike Eagle. They acquired that advanced variant of this aircraft, which is known as the F-15SG. These aircraft were developed by Boeing, which is another American company. The contract for this aircraft was signed back in December of 2005. The government of Singapore signed a $1.6 billion contract with Boeing for 12 F-15SG fighter jets to replace their older fighter aircrafts. This was to replace the A-4SU Super Skyhawk attack aircraft, which is a very old attack aircraft that was developed from the Douglas A-4 Skyhawk, a single-seat, subsonic carrier-capable, light attack aircraft manufactured by American aerospace and defense company Douglas Aircraft Company. The first F-15SG was rolled out in November 2008 and was delivered in May of 2009. Prior to the delivery, the Singapore Ministry of Defense ordered for additional F-15SGs and exercised an option for 8 more as part of the original contract. The RSAF declared the full operational capability of the F-15SG in September 2013. The final batch of 8 fighters was delivered between early 2016 and July 2017. In terms of its armaments, the F-15SG has 15 weapon stations and can be equipped with a variety of weapons, including up to 8 AIM-120 or AIM-9X air-to-air missiles, 15,500 pounds of laser-guided bombs, and Maverick air-to-surface missiles. It also features an internal General Dynamics M-61A1 20mm Gatling gun capable of firing up to 6,000 rounds per minute. For its engines and performance, they are powered by 2 General Electric F110-GE129C turbofan engines, each producing 29,000 pounds of thrust. The F-15SG can exceed speeds of Mach 2.5 and operate at altitudes of up to 19,800 meters, and is capable of performing high-G maneuvers. Besides the F-15SG and the F-16, there is one more aircraft, but this time it is not one that was ordered years ago, but one that is expected to come. It is going to reshape the face of Singapore's Air Force and even possibly the entire Southeast Asian region. In 2019, the Republic of Singapore selected the F-35 as its next generation fighter jet. The following year, in 2020, the United States government approved the sale of the F-35B to Singapore. After approving the sale, the Singapore government confirmed its order of 12 short takeoff and vertical landing STOVL capable F-35B Lightning II aircraft. In February of 2024, however, Singapore's Defense Minister, Dr. Ng Hen, announced the procurement of 8 new F-35A Lightning II 5th generation fighter aircraft for the Republic of Singapore Air Force, RSAF, with deliveries expected by 2030. This means that the total F-35 aircrafts will now be 20. The F-35A and F-35B Lightning II are expected to replace the RSAF's fleet of F-16C/D Fighting Falcon fighters, which have been in operation since the late 1990s and are set to begin retirement by the 2030s. Singapore is the first country in Southeast Asia to acquire 5th generation fighter aircraft, maintaining the RSAF's status as the region's most advanced air force. The F-35 is regarded as the most advanced fighter jet in the world. This was developed by none other than Lockheed Martin. Lockheed even said on its website that the F-35 enhances national security, strengthens global partnerships, and drives economic growth. As the most lethal and connected fighter aircraft, it provides pilots with a decisive advantage, ensuring mission success and safe return. Now, you've understood just how capable and strong Singapore's Air Force is. Let's compare these to its neighbors. Let's first take a look at Indonesia. The only capable aircraft that one can compare Singapore to Indonesia is Indonesia's own Dassault Rafale. This is Indonesia's newest fighter aircraft. How does the Dassault Rafale compare to the F-35, you may ask? Well, it is difficult to say how strong one aircraft is to another, but the F-35 is known as an unmatched stealth, advanced sensor fusion, and modern combat capabilities aircraft that makes it highly effective for air dominance and complex missions. The Rafale, while not stealthy, is highly versatile, cost-effective, and capable of performing a wide range of missions with advanced avionics and weaponry. In terms of cost, the F-35 is actually cheaper. Although variants and data differ, according to several sources, the Dassault Rafale approximately costs $115 million per unit, with an operational cost of $16,500 per hour. The F-35A, on the other hand, costs about $80 million per aircraft, and the F-35B costs $115 million. Their cost per flight hour is about $36,000. Malaysia, on the other hand, is quite lagging behind in Singapore and Indonesia. They have a recent contract with South Korea for the KAI T-50 Golden Eagle. The KAI T-50 Golden Eagle is a supersonic advanced trainer developed by Korean Aerospace Industries, KAI, in collaboration with Lockheed Martin. It can be used for pilot training, light attacks, and reconnaissance missions. The KAI T-50 Golden Eagle, however, costs a lot less than the Dassault Rafale and the F-35. Each unit costs approximately between $30 to $35 million. The KAI T-50 therefore is the best suited for countries with smaller budgets and mostly used for training and light combat roles. But in terms of combat, both are actually capable. Another Malaysian aircraft is the Sukhoi Su-30, which hails from Russia. The Su-30 is also regarded as a formidable aircraft. It is the alternative choice to those seeking aircrafts other than US companies. They are a twin-engine, multi-role air superiority aircraft that was developed by Russia's Sukhoi Design Bureau. Unfortunately, Malaysia has been struggling to maintain its Su-30 aircraft fleet for years. In 2018, it was reported that only 4 out of their 18 Su-30 fighters were able to fly. So, knowing these, does Singapore actually have some of the best fighters in Southeast Asia? Well, of course they do. But anyway, do let us know what you think down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.